Good evening, everybody, and
Good
welcome
evening.
to Mr. Nathan's Neighborhood, the show that's really bad at introductions and things because,
What, is it evening?
is it?
It's 4 in the afternoon for me.
Well, it's 5 in the afternoon here, which is close enough to
Yeah.
evening because that's when you start talking about dinner and things, and dinner is an evening event.
Wait, five,
That's,
five is evening? Why do you? What time do you eat?
well, after I get
Dinner.
home from work.
Ugh.
That's, I didn't say you eat as soon as, like, at 5 o'clock, but that's at least when you start talking about it. That's when
Ugh.
people start getting hungry at the very least.
Fair. No. 9 o'clock is dinner time. And then you scramble 30 minutes before that
You
going,
you wake up at 2, you you wake up at 2 in the afternoon, so you are like
well,
unqualified to speak on the
only when I'm
topic.
waking up early.
Correct. I rest my case.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody else.
Yep.
Mystic One, got a peep, a Archton 8 Industries,
Yes. Almost
General
pronounced it.
Strife. Welcome.
You almost pronounced it correctly.
Well, I gave up. You probably didn't hear when we were just winding out the music, but I acknowledged that your existence and admitted that I have never been able to figure out how to pronounce that, so I apologize. I believe about a year ago or so you spelled it phonetically for us, and
Yeah.
I just was not able to hang on to that. So
Look, a year ago was a long time. I've slept since then, at least once. Don't remember.
correct. I think even Prickly slept at least once since
At
then.
least once, allegedly.
See, General Strife. People who eat at 9 are sick. Sick
No, no,
people
no,
eat at 9 p.m. That's
no,
correct.
no. The greatest people eat at 9 p.m. Sometimes I'll have breakfast at 9 p.m. because I've only been up for 30 minutes, depending on my schedule.
You do not have a schedule.
No, I have an enigma.
You have an existence that
Yes.
sometimes you're awake and sometimes you're asleep, and whatever is convenient for you happens to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I sleep until I'm hungry, and I eat till I'm tired.
That is true freedom, probably. Some people.
Self-employed.
I
Yes.
guess
Oh,
freedom from scheduling anyway.
and Archen,
Archen.
yeah,
Then
did it phonetically.
okay. Then how did I try to pronounce it?
I don't know. I just was gonna say that you did it wrong, no matter how you pronounced it.
Well, you probably would have been right.
Yeah, you've been busy, man. You've been working on stuff.
Several things.
Several
I've been
things.
working on items, schedules, and myself.
Nice.
The most important project of all.
Yeah. But yeah,
I've made significant changes to my situation to hopefully put myself in a position to make cool things happen. I'll say that. So, in fact, last weekend I took the entire day, Saturday, and blew the garage apart. Took the whole boneyard here that you cannot see off screen, threw it out on the patio, and sorted through all the dead blasters and picked out. I decided like maybe a guy doesn't need to have 4 dead centurions, and like I think I had 8 long shots, and I think I had like 8 or 10 fireflies, and I was like, I probably only need to have 1 or 2 at a time, especially since I haven't actually built anything in probably 4 or 5 years.
yeah.
So on the most productive day possible, I might have 2 ideas that would involve the same blaster, and so the idea that I'd need to cut up the same thing twice is an overestimation. So it's like, okay, well, I I sit down and work on something, I cut something up, I know I at least have one more in stock, so to speak. That's for the high traffic items or whatever. So I try to keep as much as I could realistically hang on to, not just hoarding things and just because back in the day,
Yeah.
Centurions just didn't come along. Long strikes were hard to find, and
Yeah.
so it's like, oh my gosh, another one! Hang on to it. And there's several that have been cut up already, and there's several in the boxes and stuff like that. And so it's like, nope, a lot of these can just go away. I have just on the other side of the table here that you cannot see, basically just standing right behind you, viewers. Don't turn around. It's right behind you there. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a really big one. Totes of all stuff that's just going away.
Nice.
Gone. Not yet. It's going to be gone eventually, but
Yeah.
it won't be here anymore. And during show prep, I stood up. I grabbed my empty mug. I walked around this table and into the house, which usually involves a lot of sidestepping and thinking thin and holding in the belly and trying to knock stuff off the table as on my way by. I was able to just casually walk by like a normal person would walk through a garage full of stuff without knocking anything over at all, because all that
Crazy.
stuff is going away. Step one,
Step
and just
one.
clearing out clutter.
Yeah.
And the stuff that's on the floor that's staying is on the floor because there's a bunch of crap that I put on the shelves after I removed the totes from the shelves in the process of moving other stuff around. So as soon as I can get the stuff that I just set on the shelves to get it out of the way, as soon as I put that somewhere, I can take the stuff on the floor and put it on the shelves. Novel
Crazy.
idea.
Madness.
So
Yeah.
maybe in the next, probably not the next week, because I have other things going on immediately right now, which is we'll talk about next. Probably within the next month or so, my loaner blasters, which are overhead, just out of screen, probably go through those, sort out what I actually realistically need to hang on to as well, sort through those, keep just the essentials, donate the rest, go through my actual collection of cool things, stuff like this, which this stuff will be staying, of course, because cool. But I have like a bunch of half-dart blasters that, there again, you can kind of see peeking out. Actually, Caster's sitting on right now, kind of. I really don't need to have that many of these things. I don't even play competitively because my body hates me. So I can
could.
probably get rid of a lot of those. I have a lot of blasters here that I need to get rid of as well. Stuff that is good and usable that will probably serve somebody else better. I'm clearing out a lot of space. I came to a realization some time ago. I was going through old pictures. I believe it was in post-show month or two ago. Came through a few pictures from 2019, 18, 19 of the workspace I used to have, where it was a single table and it was a softbox sitting above it, and it was just piled full of junk and crap, and there's just enough space in the middle to work on a single blaster. And that's where I did all of the things, all of the cool things that I ever did, realistically, was done on this one area. And then when I added another table next to it, so I had more cleaner test and tune area, I became less productive for some reason. When I remodeled the entire garage with the sole purpose of increasing productivity, I've not actually done a single major creative build since then. And so I'm creating more space, but I'm not using the space because as I create more space, I've introduced more clutter. And so I'm trying to reduce clutter and trying to create more useful, practical space.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to reset things. I'm trying to get rid of... When I had less, I did more. How's that? I can simplify
Fair.
it by saying when I had less, I created more. And now I have more and I'm creating less. I'm just trying to reverse the situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, at the same time, I guess during that time, I fired up our local Nerf group and have been, basically created that and have been running it for the last 3 years. We just had our anniversary this month. Hooray, 3 years. I need a break from that. And so, gosh, what happened to you?
I was gonna
Got big.
late anniversary. Yeah.
Hey, there we go. All right. That's more appropriate.
Yeah.
So I have passed on admin responsibilities to another fella who's going to babysit things so I can not have to deal with that for a while. So that's just one more thing off my plate. That's one responsibility I don't have to contend with as far as scheduling, adminning, running the thing, setting things up, having the stuff in my house, all this kind of stuff. That's more things I can move off of my plate and focus on more things here. So I'm just removing things that... Thank you.
What?
I talk with my hands. Basically, there again, trying to find the headspace I was in when I was actually doing cool things, and trying to I guess, recreate as much of that as possible.
I get you. My biggest thing is I more preach this than practice this, but when to be able to have the space to go, I have idea, I have time to do the idea, and then I have space to do the idea. When the first two line up, the third thing should already be available. So you have your workbench all ready to go, or your whatever you have, your work surface all ready to go. Because those other two things might not line up, or you might have the idea, and it might be 4 a.m, and your neighbors have already yelled at you so many times for using power tools at 4 a.m. that you can't do that anymore. That was the MTB days. We had to soundproof a garage. That was fun.
But you did some interesting things.
We did do some interesting things. Good time. But yeah, with the clutter and stuff, that was like, it was one of the weirdest things that went really well for me when I moved back to the States, is I couldn't bring all my blasters back. So I just went here, Melbourne Nerf Group, have it. MTB and Melbourne Nerf, you guys split it, use it, whatever. So I went from hundreds and hundreds of blasters because people gave them to me. I just had them. I bought them over the years, thrifted them. The very little thrifting scene in Australia, but when I could, I did. And then I came back with 2 Strifes, a Rapid Strike, and a Swarmfire that didn't work. That's all I had. And now I'm back up to about 2 totes, and that's like my plan. That's like my goal is, okay, I just have 2 of those yellow and black Costco tote things, and I shouldn't really need any more than that. And I have it, and then I still have a hanging space for completed blasters, which is empty.
Yeah.
Actually, there's 2 on it. Never mind. There's 2 blasters, and there's enough for like a good 10. But hopefully, when
It's a responsible start.
Yeah. Really, is it really possible to pare down blasters, especially when its blasters have been discontinued, still relevant? I mean, there's paring down, and there's having like 30 of them.
Yeah, there is a responsible reduction, I think, and that's like I said, what I did last weekend was basically the non-emotional. It was basically just strictly data of going through and saying, okay, I have 6 of these. Realistically, I don't need more than 2, so I just keep the best 2, put the rest over here. Next, I'll go through everything and say, realistically, do I need both of these right now? Because I have enough resources just through the Discord, through Marketplace and stuff like that. If I really needed to build something, I can probably get almost anything I would need. It's probably going to cost a few bucks or something, but if I really need something, is it easier to spend a couple bucks or have it in the way for years instead? And it is a bit of a toss-up, but right now it's causing stress and space issues and stuff like that. And so I'm, like I said, phase 1 was going through and just the non-emotional clearing out the, obviously, I do not need this, and I can, without emotion, get rid of it. The next phase is going to be going through and the more emotional, hey, I like this thing, but, having to, does it spark joy?
Yeah.
I went through the actual garbage phase, and next is going to be the does it spark joy phase, which is going to be tougher and stuff like that. So there is a, there is, I can see, it's tough to get rid of things that are hard to find, but I guess to me, a lot of the stuff I'm getting rid of is stuff that isn't hard to find.
Yeah.
It's like, I think there's like 6 or 8 retaliated barrels. In fact, I can see it's a clear tote. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I can see just here where I'm sitting past in the space between these 2 monitors. I can see that much.
Yeah.
Right now there. And 1, 2, 3 of the folding. What was the The folding
Depoys?
stock that really...
No.
No, the folding stock. The garbage stock.
Garbage stock. Folding garbage stock.
From the Top
Folding.
Prime 5-round...
Top time.
What was it called?
Folding. Oh, the thing that was like the strong arm but wasn't the strong arm?
Yes, they had the barrel that was cool, and that was the only thing cool about it.
Disruptor?
No.
Folding.
Ah.
Stock. Nerf. I see it. The yellow one? The end strike.
Yes.
Detachable shoulder. I'm looking at the stock. What blasters it go to? This went with
They made
The
an Elite
Spectre.
1, too. Spectre, thank you.
Spectre Rev. There we go.
That's tough. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of those in there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's just stuff like that that's like things you trip over.
Yeah.
I will trip over them later if I need one.
Yeah. And answer to answer General Strife's question, it's not the number of blasters that's a problem. It's do you have reasonable space for them if you're tripping over them.
And do you need that many?
Yes.
Do you need 342 Mavericks? No. But do you need at least one or two?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's also are you going through? It's how many Mavericks you're going through. If you're like a modder who I use the Maverick handle for everything, I put it on everything, then you might need a good amount of Mavericks.
Oh yeah, it's like Ravens. I'm down
yeah.
to one Raven because they've been redistributed quite well.
Yeah, and if you're
Not
Grim
necessarily.
Reaper who puts Ravens everything awesomely,
Oh geez.
then it's like maybe a good 100 Ravens is not a bad thing if you have the room for it.
That is not irresponsible. If it's something you're using, it's okay to have. If you are not, then it doesn't make sense. That's why I'm getting rid of it.
Yeah, exactly. There was a Nerf group in Northern Territories in Australia, and they did this phenomenal thing because all the guys had these tiny apartments, and they wanted they wanted to have a good amount of blasters, so they all pitched in on a storage unit. So there's like 10 guys. They all paid $5 a month in total because the storage unit was 50, and that's where they housed their mountains of blasters. And they got a lot because Northern Territory is like middle of nowhere Australia, and they were really middle of nowhere of that state. It's like Montana. Imagine middle of nowhere Montana. There's so much room.
That's a bit redundant, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But that's just how it's just.
I'm sorry,
like,
Montana.
It quantifies, right? It's nowhere of nowhere, and it's just like so. Storage space is cheap, super cheap. So they got something that was normally designed to have 4 SUVs stored in.
Oh golly.
And for $50 a month, and
That's not bad.
Yeah, they filled up about half of it. Like really, I need to find pictures because they did it really well. You know how what's his name? Vile has his storage where everything's really like organized.
Oh yeah.
That's what they did, and then they just put like a little sticker on it depending on whose it was. So it wasn't this is this guy's pile, this is this guy's pile, this is this guy's pile. It's here's the Strife shelf with all the nice stripes lined up, and there's just this little easy to remove sticker to show whose is whose.
Yeah.
And that way,
Oh,
if
that's cool.
someone's like, I want to use one of these for something, they weren't really modders. I don't really know what they use them for, but whatever. Like if they want to use this for something, they don't have one, they can just literally go, oh, this guy has it. Can I buy it off you? Could I, have it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of cool things. It's barrel jacks for my Rage Fire project. Unfortunately, did not show up today. Ooh. I got my multicolored thing for my Centauri Carbon. That showed up today. So I was shocked. But yeah, it's with space and everything, it's always just do you reasonably have room for it? And as someone who likes to clutter and hoard a lot of stuff, I am very much guilty of going, I can reasonably do that. Yeah.
I just need to do it with less stuff. I
Yeah.
started doing that with cars, and
Yeah. Dude, but your car's
Yeah.
coming. You've been doing stuff on the Maverick. I'll even throw that
Oh,
up
yeah,
on
yeah.
screen.
Ooh, picture time.
Ants.
Oh yeah, going the getting the 3-speed out of there, putting in a 5-speed, which I'll realistically only be able to use 4 gears out of because the engine just probably won't quite have the power to utilize the overdrive yet. But no, I think
So for us
ooh,
non-car people, that's the transmission. 3-speed transmission to 5-speed transmission?
correct. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. It's just got the little 170, which is like the smallest base model inline six that was available that year. The car itself is the basest of base models available that year as well. And so, yeah, it's not a performer yet,
Yeah.
but yeah, the I don't know. It probably did good in its day. It's just the spread of the gears is just a bit much for modern traffic, and so it's getting a T5 5-speed out of a '86 Mustang GT. It's a world class T5, which is going to be built good enough for good enough for V8s anyway. So that'll handle anything I'll be able to build for this car. Like I said, it's got the 170 now. I want to build a 200 for it later with a fuel injection and a turbo eventually, and we'll still that transmission will be able to handle that engine as well. So I'm not too worried about that in the long term. But that'll be nice. The gear spread is a lot more even. It's got a deeper first gear and then a pretty good spread throughout. Not too aggressive of a overdrive, and so I might be able to utilize the overdrive. We're not sure. Might have to go with the lower rear end gear. It just kind of depends on how everything shakes out once it's on the road.
Cool.
But halfway through, had to cut up the floor out a little bit because it's a much taller transmission, and so you keep showing the engine, but I guess that's the only pretty part of the car.
Hang on.
That's not even that pretty.
You said you had to cut out the floor. I have that picture somewhere. Where's the floor cut out? There it is.
I had to cut the skin off anyway, so I get access where there's a reinforcement that goes over the transmission tunnel because it's a unibody car, and it went away. I used to have a car. Where'd my car go?
And you said you cut the floor out, so I left this one. So I'm assuming that's what
So
you meant.
so I had to cut the skin out a little bit, and so I could remove. Well, can't see it in that picture. I've got another picture though, but you can't see it. Where basically there's a ridge essentially that runs from where the shifter is up to the main body of the transmission. So I had to basically cut a little trench out of the middle of that support strap that comes across the floor in order to get the transmission to come up as high as it needs to go. And then I'm having to cut a little bit more out of the top of the tunnel towards the front a little bit, just because like I said, it's a much taller transmission than the 3-speed that came out of it. So I got the transmission up where it needs to be, and I had to modify the cross member to accommodate it, but that ended up being, or a cross member mount ended up being more of a headache than I was anticipating. And so I hit about midnight last night and was like, yeah, no, this isn't a thing I'm going to be able to finish up tonight because what I was welding on was really hot, and then I had to build some templates for some gussets that I had to build into it, and so I was like, this is going to be a project for another time. So it's not going to be driving it this week, but when I do get around to driving it, it's going to be quite nice.
Nice.
So,
also, what's up, Twisted?
So,
and I don't think we ever said hi to Gil Wolf. What's up, Gil Wolf?
Oh, Gil Wolf snuck in. When?
Yeah, a little bit ago.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Gil Wolf and a Twisted. Welcome aboard.
So, yeah.
Progress.
The only thing that I can understand of this picture is this is the stick shift thingy.
Correct. So yeah, and it was a good opportunity. All the T5, because trying to adapt a T5 into the existing 170 that I had, in order to not have to change out the bell housing, I talked to moderndriveline.com. They adapt all kinds of stuff. They're like the overdrive guys. Was basically like, I want to not change any more than I have to. Do you have a adapter that'll go from a T5 to my existing bell housing without having to change anything out? And they said, yeah, it's this bell housing, but you have to use it with this specific year of transmission. And so I was hunting around trying to find a specific Fox body transmission which are getting hard to find because apparently people like Fox body Mustangs now. I always thought they were kind of square and lame, but people like them, and so they're getting hard to find and expensive. But
Fox
any of them I
body
looked at
Mustang.
had the shifter removed, and so I was like, well, crap. If even if I can find a transmission, I'm gonna have to find a shifter for it. So I was trying to find one online. And if I'm gonna buy a new shifter, I might as well go with a short throw. Well, those things are like $350, and I found this thing on Amazon, and it was like $40, but it was gonna take 2 months to get here. So I ordered it ahead of time, and then when I finally did find a transmission, it already had a shifter. But then by the time I got the transmission figured out, the shifter is here. So hey, I got a cheap short throw shifter in there. So everybody wins.
Hmm.
And it feels nice. Sat in the car last night, banging through the gears, making vroom vroom noises and all that. It's gonna feel real nice.
Yeah,
Real nice, especially the transmission I had in there. It was the old 303 3-speed, but somebody put a Hurst Master Shift kit in it, and
How dare they?
no, that's not. That's a nice. As far as an aftermarket floor shift for a 3-speed, which are notoriously clunky, that's a nice kit. That's a nice kit. But it was still a really long throw going, first to second and all that. But this thing is just nice and tight. Like, don't even have to hardly move my shoulder or anything like that. So no, I was quite pleased.
Nice.
So really looking forward to getting the car back on the road.
Very cool. So Nitro's asking, can that site help with modified motorcycles, or is it just purely cars?
I am only aware of them doing car stuff.
They'd probably be able to point you in the right direction, if anything. Right? It's all gears, motors, metal.
No, I found them through, I think it was one of the Maverick forum, something like that. That someone was like, oh yeah, blah, 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 modern driveline. I'm like, cool, I'll click a link, and it sent me there, and I just went straight there.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Oh, Twisted, T10 swap on the Fairlane. Nice. I actually have a T10 in my Lark. That's a good solid transmission. Pretty bulletproof. I mean, unless you're putting like real brutal power and sidestep in the clutch and stuff like that. But no, I was pretty happy with that. What year Fairlane?
Now we wait for the stream delay.
I'm just trying to catch up. I didn't realize that
Yeah,
I got monologuing and forgot that the rest of the world existed.
Nah, it's all good, man. Yeah, Archen's saying is in a modding point of view, I found that kits that were made to use pump action retaliators have become kind of obsolete because blasters being shelves out of the box. That's gone for so many other kits as well. It's the only reason. So tooting my own horn. The only reason, like, because still Flywheel of the World kits will pop up. I'll see people make them every now and then and do it every now and then. Is because it's more of a kind of a unique thing of, oh, here's old blaster. Oh, wait, is that old blaster revving and shooting? That's weird. But yeah, a lot of the old kits just you can just buy something off the shelf now. That's weird and different. Twisted saying 1965.
Ooh, nice. No, I do like that. I like the more boxy type ones. My dad used to years ago had a 67 GTA, which I kind of like the slightly roundier before they got much more roundier, but just like the slightly rounded more roof line. No, 65, nice.
I know nothing about cars. I rebuilt my Mustang. Still don't know anything about cars. Maybe that then an old lady hit it while I was parked on the street. I'm still bitter about that, man. That's been over a year.
Justifiably so.
Yeah.
I'm not a big late model Mustang guy, but you had some neat stuff in there.
Yeah, I had the Lamborghini doors just as a joke, but it was funny.
Well, and you had your fancy camera stuff and
Yeah.
your wacky tech and all that. So, can we kick General Strife from the chat?
6-7.
Can we remove him, please?
There we go. Look, it's what the kids are saying nowadays.
Okay. Do they not understand how years work? Anyway.
Do we understand
Yes.
how years work?
Yes, I'm quite adept at aging.
The millennia was 26 years ago.
Yes.
Do,
Yes. Mr. Strife. 66 and 67 Fairlanes share a lot of similarities. So quite often, when you're citing examples of body styles, you mention the multitude of body styles that are shared by that same platform.
Yeah, that was when I was
yeah.
rebuilding the Mustang. I found that out. It's just like, oh, it's this group of years that all work on this part. I had to find like a belt thing. I think a serpentine belt.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, this will work between 2012 and 2016 Mustang, and that was like the majority. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I don't know. The mechanic quoted me like 4,000 to do the belt, and I did it in a night. Yeah. Well, I had to put like the pulley things on, and it was
that's
like
a drag job.
Yeah, but I did it, and yeah. I don't know. Still don't know what I did, but it worked. That thing lasted it lasted a good 3 years. And nothing was wrong with it. Just got ran over by an old lady in a car. Yeah. I still have the footage from my neighbor's Ring camera because I had a better view of the street. So sad.
Yeah, it's old people.
Yeah.
Speaking with a lot of experience.
Yeah. Shouldn't be driving.
Some just shouldn't be on the road.
No. I could have gotten more money, but suing an old person who was a Holocaust survivor, that just didn't feel right. Yeah. That's how old she was. Yeah.
Don't need to drive though if you're crashing into parked cars.
Unless if you're over 90.
I will say we got a guy at work moved in about a week or two.
Mm.
I think he's 92 or 94.
Mm.
He goes out golfing 3 times a week, I believe. Goes out with his buddies. Called me in to work on his TV and was having a hard time getting things set up after he moved in, and he's showing me this golf instructional video. He's big time golfer, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go out and practice my swing. You want to come along?" And he's like showing me all these techniques and stuff. I'm like, "Dude, I've had my back worked on twice. I've had my shoulder worked on. All of the things involved to do that are rebuilt, and they don't do that thing anymore." He's like, "Oh, you just do this," and I'm like, "Those parts of my body do not do those things anymore." He's like, "All right." I'm like, dude's got like several decades on me, and he's moving around better than I am.
Damn. I mean, yeah, some are old and sprung.
I don't want him driving though, but
yeah, I mean, at least have him take it. I think after like 80, you should have to take a yearly test. Personally, but right?
I don't think that's irresponsible.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, you do that if you're good. Because I had an old professor who was 96 in Australia. He drove a Lamborghini because he wanted one, so he bought one. But he was fine. So it's it's all person. It's genetics at the end of the day. It's just what type of genetics are you blessed with. And some people can do it, some people can't. It sucks. But yeah, Twisted's making a PC. See, this is you're doing car talk, PC talk. What are you building?
Yep. Then I'll leave.
Or a home PC for my wife. Well, that's also the thing. Gaming PCs right now are so expensive because of the AI. AI is just eating up all the RAM, so there's less RAM, more supply, and they've also jacked up the RAM prices so much. So what was, like, for example, my RAM in my computer was, I think $120 for 64 gigs of DDR4. Way back when I built my computer, which was now 4 years ago. That same exact RAM, I was just curious. I looked up the other day, is $700. Yeah. So I don't. It's one of those things. It's computers and stuff. Yeah. We occasionally talk about blasters, Strife.
Yes, in fact,
Hmm?
should we aggressively segue into that?
Which do you? Should I segue into the should I buy? You know what? Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. This is for chat. This is for Nathan. Should I buy an Aatrox? I've been looking at it. You know what? Let's we have the window for it. Let's just go do.
Whoa, hey.
Ryzen 9, DDR5, single IO. Nice. But yeah, the for those who don't know, the Aatrox is currently on Kickstarter. It's fully funded. A lot of people have gotten it to test out. So, you know, the reviewers, it's brushless. I'm not 100% sure if it's a solenoid. It's not a solenoid pusher, it's a twist pusher. Or it might be a solenoid pusher. I don't know. Here's even a picture of it. It's enhance. Enhance. There's the internals. What is that? Is that a solenoid? I think that's a...
That's weird.
Yeah, I think that might be a custom linear actuator, solenoid. You pledged one? Yeah, it's M85 Wi-Fi. Okay, nice. AMD. I'm not a big fan of AMD. Sorry, I've seen computer parts. Like, oh, I know computer parts. But yeah, it's one of those things of I could pledge one, but do I? This almost goes back to the clutter thing of, do I need one? What? It's like, I want one because I can get this for, what is it? $118 plus shipping, so $130. And
Not terrible, I reckon.
It's not terrible, but I have a Thrasher. The Aatrox uses a completely unique mag that kind of looks like a Nightingale mag. Actually, it looks like a Nightingale mag a lot. But it does it. It's not Nightingale, so I'd have to 3D print my own mags for this. The battery is nice. The battery is actually not as high as that, not that high a capacity people have been finding. The speed's nice. Yeah, it's just, I just don't know. Also, what's up, cats? And Night Trail's asking about next Merge Masters. So, without
Well,
we have been discussing. So Merge Masters is always going to be a once a year thing for the Merge Masters.
yeah, the official is usually first of the year, once a year. We've kind of flirted around with the idea of doing a second thing of the year, but it always seems like to do one event takes about 6 months.
Yeah.
And then we kind of like to have a break. And not to mention we're doing a thing for RAG this year that's...
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Masters, but it's taking some of that similar energy. But yeah, so Merch Masters news, we'll have... What do you say? We'll have news probably... New Year's. Let's say New Year's we'll have some information that people will like to hear.
I even think beforehand, but yeah, we'll be able to start teasing a little bit.
Yeah, we'll tease
earlier.
A few things maybe, but I think by New Year's we'll have something that we can say. And if things go the way we are talking right now, and we don't have any actual plans. We're just kicking ideas around at the moment.
Yeah.
Because we're still in like post Merge Master, like post MM26 recovery. But we're kicking ideas around. from what we're at right now, then yeah, we're thinking, yeah, New Year's will have, what would you say, news worth doing something about.
Yes.
A call to action. Is that
Call,
a
yeah,
more
call to action,
appropriate?
a thing. There will be
Yeah.
a New Year's Eve stream existing somewhere, whether it's on my Twitch, which may have something on it. Yeah.
So that, yeah, something will be happening, and in there somewhere, I would say either the regularly scheduled before or after, there'll be news.
News. Yeah.
But until then, we don't even know what's going on.
Well, we have a vague we have an idea. We have a vague idea
Well,
of a plan.
We have a list of ideas.
Yeah. A
We'll
concept
go that far.
even.
Uh,
A concept
we have a list of
an
ideas.
Idea. But yeah, it's
We've talked about some things.
Yes, we have talked about things. And also, there's something we can talk about a little bit more, but not too much more, is we are going to be doing something at RAG of a kind. It's not in the same vein as Merge Masters, but we have been kicking around the idea of doing a judging style thing. But that'd be at RAG itself, in-person blasters only, so you have to attend RAG. But we will be live streaming that because I've worked out.
Everybody come to RAG.
Yeah, come to RAG, or you'll be able to tune in. Yeah.
But you won't be able to participate unless you're at RAG.
Yeah, exactly.
So, stay tuned for news on that, which will, well, we hope to have out around the 1st of August.
Yes.
But we're still ironing out details on that as well. So, we've had some things going on.
Yeah. Things and stuff. But yeah, the Aatrox. Do I? Is it like?
Do you need brushless?
I want brushless. I have. So here's the thing. It's like I either do this, or my super secret brushless motors that I showed you. That are super secret, and I totally haven't shown them off before. Those fit in a Thrasher.
That seems like the next logical choice.
If I make the custom if I make a custom cage, and with the super secret 3D printed wheel idea, that I've also talked about before. So it's like then do I just fork out the cash instead of spending 120, 130 on this, I spend another $40 on a all-in-one drone board. So it has the motor controllers, and it has the unit. So it's essentially the electronic speed controllers built in together, so you can actually hook up 4 motors to it, and it has the brains for it's like an Arduino style brain setup for it, but it's all built together. And it makes life easier. That's why you just get it.
It seems to me, if you use your super secret motors and your super secret wheels, you spend a couple of bucks and get a board, and then you're like taking out 2 super secret birds with 1 stone.
Yes.
In a blaster that you're already happy with, that uses mags that you're already happy with, etc., etc. Plus cool.
Am I happy with Nightingale mags? I don't know.
But it's a pre-existing ecosystem that you don't have to reprint new weird things for, and are usable in other things instead of one thing.
Yeah. That's fair.
But also, I am a stick in the mud, a curmudgeon.
But it's also more work. That's the other thing is.
But do you want a thing, or do you want to build something cool?
Yes. I want both. Get a Thrasher, one of the too many blasters to. The Thrasher is. I was just flat out. Okay, Thrashers are $40. Some people are finding them on clearance for 20. I go to your local store and see if you find one on clearance for 20, and then just buy it. It is an.
They
awesome,
have not even shown up over here at all yet.
Yeah, it's an awesome sidearm. I always have a blaster at my desk that I fiddle around with when I'm working, and it's my thinking blaster. Fire a few shots, go, yes. Fire a few shots more, And, yeah, that's been the Thrasher for me now. It's awesome. It's easy. The only thing, like, my only gripes with it are the battery doors. I want a bigger battery tray, but I'm working on that. And I want the battery to have a XT30 connector. Both of those I could fix, and I'm working on fixing because I want magnetic holsters on it. So I'm figuring out how to make it so I don't cut the Thrasher, and I add it. But so far, all my designs are going, no, you gotta cut the Thrasher. I have two, so it's not the end of the world, but yeah, it's just a nice little blaster. Like, here, listen to this.
Oh.
Yeah, does the thing. It hits hard enough. It's a nice 120. It will be my secondary. No, regardless of whether unless I actually back the Aatrox, because people are getting their Aatroxes like now, because their Kickstarter's at the point of we've already made it, so this is kind of like an expression of interest. How many can we sell? So, yeah. I'm hoping the Aatrox is good. But it's like, do I need the Aatrox? Because I'm sick of, and this is no offense to the Pew Pew, this is no offense to the Diana, it's no offense to the Aatrox, I'm sick of tiny brushless motors. They're fine, they can work great, they're just very delicate. I have about $400 of Diana-sized brushless motors that are dead. Yeah. So it's I just don't know. It's like it's good. They have good stuff, but and maybe they've never because it's at the motors are delicate, but it's at the board end and the software end to do it. And they've made it open source-ish a little bit, so you can modify the software, and it has select fire. It's just I don't like the mag, and even it has the OLED display. I'll post this. It's a nice little OLED display in the back. I'm a sucker for a little display. It even has a dark count check, which isn't that good. Fancy. It just calculates based on how many darts you fired. So it's just yeah. They reached the goal in 10 minutes. I mean, if you do the right, there's. I've talked with many people about kickstarting because I'm looking at possibly kickstarting something by the end of this year. The with Kickstarters, you have to always aim low, so you hit your goal within 24 hours. It's the nature of the beast. If you hit your goal within 24 hours, you make news cycles. You make the Kickstarter has their own personal news cycle, where they go, hey, this just released, this just hit the goal in 24 hours. Look at it. And then so you have people who will just go on Kickstarter and look at cool things to back, apparently. And then it'll make other news cycles. So, the Aatrox made news cycles. It's made its way around the Nerf news stuff. It made its way around just kind of commonplace hobby things of hey, look at this cool thing. They did great marketing. And yeah, so they did well on that standpoint. You know, they got attractive cosplayers to use it, so, and they got it all out to pretty much every single relevant hobby shop and Nerf YouTuber. When I say relevant, you have to be big enough, and there's not many of them now. We're not relevant. But yeah,
We're relevant to the people that matter, our viewers.
Just relevant
right?
enough.
Did we do it right?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, sure. We're here regardless. We don't care if we're relevant. We'll still talk because we'd be talking anyway, so we might as well bring some friends along.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, you know, so they've done well. You know, they are out of Hong Kong, so they can easily have a nice set of manufacturing set up. Where are they at now? Hang on, I can actually look. What are they at? Find the number. Yeah, they're at 52,000 out of the 10,000. They probably actually needed around 15,000, if not 20,000. If I had to take a really stab in the dark, depending on which manufacturer they're using. But they also could be like Worker, who just they know they were able to just use other injection molding facilities because they knew someone. That's how Worker originally started. It was literally sons or children of people who owned injection molding manufacturing factories. And during the off hours, they just got a few hours in to make their own stuff. Yeah. I feel, General Stripe goes, every relevant Nerf tuber, and I feel there should be quotes. Big old quotation marks around that. Well, I mean, it works. Yeah, too bad. See, I know. Whatever happened to them? They'll be back one day. I believe in them.
Seems like everybody comes back eventually.
Exactly. Yeah, so we have people in chat that did back it. I'm curious why. It's just a cool, cheap, nice little sidearm? Was there more to it? You had a quick $130 burning a hole in your pocket.
Boy, wouldn't that be nice to just have $130 laying there?
Hey, what's up, Primate? Yeah, my Kickstarted indoor foam project sport arena. Yeah, we all wish we can kickstart an indoor. An indoor arena. I'm working on one, but that's still.
Yeah, that got weird on you again, didn't it?
Yeah, they sold it even though they weren't supposed to. So, yeah. It's curious to see a stream. Yeah, Primate. We're talking about the Aatrox Kickstarter thing because reviewers have gotten it. It's $130, and like I love me a good pistol, and and brushless is nice. Like good if brushless is figured out, plug and play, it's nice. Having to do brushless on your own is a pain. I don't wish that on anyone. But yeah, I don't know. It's a thing. It's a thing, and maybe it's maybe I do just go the Thrasher route, be a bit more of a pain just for the uniqueness.
But you know what the cool thing is?
Mm-hmm.
You already have a Thrasher.
I already have two.
The job's done. Twice.
Yeah. Yeah, just brushless it, put stuff in, and go to town. Figure out. Luckily, there's been enough people now that have made code for brushless. So you have to use a board that accepts their code, and then in theory you can go. But as a lot of people found, it's not all theory doesn't always work out.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, a lot of
And
tweaks.
code's tricky.
Code's weird. It's never been my cup of tea. Yeah, it's proprietary. This is the other. That's my other gripe with it. Primate is it's proprietary mags that look like Nightingale mags, but they're not. So that's the other thing I don't like about it. Is just look. If you're going to make a proprietary mag, there needs to be a reason beyond, oh, we just need something that fits our blaster. There's already decent mag and grip mags out there. Make, if it feeds better or can have something, should have taken Nerf Pro Gen 2 mags. Or, why does it shoot, crap, what are those styrofoam darts called? End darts?
Oh, the you're talking the
Ultra darts.
ugh.
Yeah.
Gross. I thought you meant the half length ones that. What's the name of the guys that showed up and made 3 blasters that were kind of Midland and then disappeared because nobody liked them. There's the
Wow,
Mauler,
that
the
actually
Blank,
describes a decent amount of different people in the hobby.
Whoops. No, there's there are the green ones. There's the Mauler that had like the selectable spring tension, had like 3 catches or 3 spots on the catch or whatever.
Was that the Siren, the Blink?
Siren, thank you. They're excellent. Yeah. No, they had those weird styrofoam darts. Anyway, you said styrofoam darts, and I instantly thought about those, which is the first time I've thought about those things in like months because of how brutally disappointing they were.
Yeah. Or like it's weird. So many people are coming out with darts. So Gavin Fuzzy came out with darts. Gavin Fuzzy darts are nice. The was it Saber came out with darts that are a little too long. But
Why?
It's just
Guys,
you
why
gotta
would
cut
you do
them
that?
down. I don't know. So they don't work in like half the blasters.
When you were talking about mag compatibility just a second ago, it took me back. Remember when Busby came out with the Air Warriors line? The first time somebody else had Nerf compatible magazines.
Oh yeah.
How earth shattering that was, and we're like, oh my gosh, you can buy something else and take the magazines out of it and use it in something I already have, and vice versa. And that was just, oh my gosh. And now we're to the point where we're like, what? This other weird Chinese knockoff company made a thing that has its own magazine? Oh my gosh, how dare. How spoiled are we? Really?
Yeah.
Simpler times back then.
Simpler times. Yeah, like Luke's making their Dart's making their own dart. Let's see, can I pull that up? Was that on their blog? No. They haven't updated their blog since last year.
Are they just getting called outas? They just outa darts?
Outed. It's just an empty box. It's just a giant prank. Yeah, where did I hear that they? Because I heard the same thing somewhere. Yeah, they're making. Which I mean, it makes sense if, like, Out of Darts is now big enough that they should have their own proprietary dart. He's a
huge distributor. So
yeah, he's giant. He's a giant distributor worker stuff. So it's like, well, at that point, just might as well make your own. I'm on his website right now. I'm trying to find if there's. Let's see.
we don't have to plug the website right now because he's not sponsoring us.
Yeah. I just want
Save it for
to.
next year.
Yeah. Man,
Okay, still love you, Luke.
Mandrake darts. Oh yeah.
Where did that come from?
Mandrake darts. There they are. Ah, yes, the the page is hidden again.
Hidden?
Yeah,
Why are we keeping secrets?
but they're it's it's interesting because we've talked about this, Nathan. They have a little flute on the head to make them make a noise.
A floop?
A flute, like a little cut, so they scream a little.
Oh, they said a floop, like what you'd call somebody that had like a weird thing on their head, like a hair floop. You mean a flute, like a whistle?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. You're sure it's not just like a air deflecting hole or whatever, or something to make it squishy. It's like with the intention of whistling. Because man, oh man, if these are whistling little darts,
Yeah, they'll be good. I don't know,
oh boy.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't. Okay, so
Well, while you stall, I'm going to tell a little story about early days and cutting darts to whistle. Because with Elite Darts, after Megas came out and they had that little square hole on the side that makes them whistle, I thought, hey, Elite Darts have this little round hole. What if you took some tiny, tiny little scissors and you cut out that little hole in the side and made it square? Would it make them whistle? It kind of does, but it's a pain in the neck. But man, oh man, I had a handful of darts that I could fire, and it made just a little whistle noise. It's just a pain in the neck. And boy, those scissors are small. They're like sewing type scissors for like cutting itty bitty little tiny trimming and stuff like that. Anyway, yeah. No, so I had a handful of Elite Darts back in 2014 or 15, 14, whenever it was the Megas came out, and yeah, it had just the little tiny square hole cut in the side, and I made them whistle, and I thought that was just super neat for a minute.
So, I'm gonna put a disclaimer. So, don't get mad at me, Luke, but I just found this via Google. I didn't go anywhere else. But this is what the Mandrake darts look like.
They look like they contain a delicious drink. They look very refreshing. In fact, they look like old Gatorade. Back when they only had the orange.
Oh yeah.
With the green cap. Was that? Am I misremembering?
No,
or am I just really
you're
thirsty?
right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they look like, and so it's going to be $20 for a box, which I don't know how it doesn't. Unfortunately, I think get the box. It's cool art. I like the art.
That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah. This was just I just found this on Google, so did not look anywhere else. Yeah.
This crap's getting really weird.
Yeah. No, but good on him. This guy
Nah.
contains a root beer float. Just might. Yeah.
Now, that's a really weird head.
Yeah. So you gotta take everything I say is with a grain of salt, because this is just on Google. Because what I can guarantee you what happened is they made the listing on their site, and then they forgot to not make it private right away, and then Google cached it. So after the cache, and then they made it private. So it says $20, but that could be completely wrong. So everything here is speculation. This might not even be the final dart, and I say that just, yeah. I'm assuming 200 per box, but yeah, they actually.
Oh, Luke's calling me right now. He says to take it down.
FBI, open up. Look, I had to specify that because we are in discords where we might accidentally see that, but I basically found that through Google.
It might still not want, if that is a thing, might still not want it quite so broadcast,
Yeah,
or
don't
maybe
worry
not
about it.
up.
Look.
So
Everyone, be
all
cool.
8 people watching,
Be cool.
this is just between us 8.
Yeah.
And you know who you are.
Yeah.
If anybody else hears about it,
Well, no, it was one of you, and I'll show up to your doorstep, take you out to a nice.
and he knows how to
dinner.
do that too. So, honor system here, folks. You know.
But yeah, if they actually make sound, phenomenal. I do worry about like that tip design with flywheels, but we'll see. Luke's got some good engineers. So yeah,
If he makes little darts that whistle, I might cry.
that's awesome.
So, I mean, worker darts used to buzz, and that was fun.
Yeah,
But if he makes actually whistling little darts,
yeah, dude.
that'd be a beautiful thing.
So I got shared there yesterday. Okay, cool. Yeah. So if Perry's sharing it, then that's not on us.
That's right. Well, if he's blabbing it around on the FNC server, then that means we could just put the blame on them.
Yeah.
Those FNC guys, jeez.
It's all Vile's
News
fault.
people, just nothing but this.
But it's just I would love, and I know some of the competitive guys are too serious to find the humor in this, but I would love just a competitive game that you could hear the darts whistling back and forth as they're shooting at each other.
Well, I think that'd be easier for I don't know, like reporting, as far as like you'd be able to tell when somebody was hit because you hear the actual shriek of the dart stop when it hits a certain point, like for referees and stuff like that, being able to hear the rounds moving around the field a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, and those colors like the green and orange would fluoresce really well. Ideally, if you had an indoor competitive venue and you had
Black lights.
and black lights shining from above so they don't bother anyone because they're shining down.
Yeah.
And then all you would need
That'd be
is
cool.
angled cameras from the corners, so you get an isometric view of the field. You'd be able to see all the darts being fired very easily, and wouldn't
That
bother
could
the
possibly
players.
be very cool.
And it'd be really cool. And then you'd even set up based on camera positions. You'd have binaural mic setups, so you would actually be able to hear the darts moving away or towards you to give you like a stereo soundscape type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Boy, aren't we learning things today?
Yeah.
We are just educational
Just
enough.
educational enough.
Oh, there we go. That was close. Oh, almost missed your cue.
You got to show up the cue card. Where's my cue card guide? Fire him. He didn't raise it.
We don't have enough staff yet.
Oh, we didn't hire him first. Hire him
oh.
and then fire him.
Boy, once we get monetized, boy oh boy, get that cue card guy in here. Then things are gonna change.
Oh yeah. Glow in the dark foam. See, with glow in the dark foam, people have played around with that. People have, like, obviously Nerf's done it. We've done aftermarket to glow in the dark foam. It never lasts.
Never seems to hold up as well.
It's always a bit of a weaker foam, and it just never lasts as long. But yeah, I'd love a good glow in the dark glow foam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh. No, I couldn't do that because I have to use rag darts. I was thinking, well, if I'm already redoing the Thrasher, I could put a nice high-powered UV LED shining into the mag from the top,
Oh.
but that doesn't matter because what do you call it? Rag. We have to use rag darts, which are fine.
Mhm.
They're brand new. I don't know if memory even got Madrid. I don't know. That'd be cool if the entire all of Rag used Mandrake darts.
Well, I imagine since years past, Luke has been the donator for Nerf or for the darts and things. So I would imagine that if he's doing them in house eventually, that would be the next logical progression.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, can you imagine an event that size with shrieking darts everywhere?
Oh, it'd be so good.
Oh, that'd be terrifying.
It'd be so good. So good. Yeah. Dude, I'm looking forward to that. Look at us like breaking news and stuff.
Yeah, news before it happens. Sorry in advance.
We weren't supposed to do that.
Oh,
Like I said,
just got a text. He says, "No worries,
No
it's
worries.
fine. We still love you guys. Okay,
Cool.
we're cool."
we're cool. Yeah.
Well, it had a heart emoji on it too, so I think we're good. So
Yeah.
everything's fine, probably.
Gotta have that heart. So that's why he's out of darts. He keeps donating rag. Exactly. Exactly.
That's fine. That's fine.
Hmm.
When are we gonna get cats over to Rag?
Yeah. When's everything
Cats, when are you gonna answer that question?
Because
Waits for stream delay.
what? So okay. So who's okay? This year, we already have Prickly's already a maybe. Mystic's coming.
We need to strengthen that maybe for sure.
We do. Mystic's coming.
That's gonna be awesome.
I don't know when. I gotta ask Mystic again when he is coming because for those, and I'm just gonna fully just throw that out there because this is basically our dudes from the Murden Masters Discord. Thursday we're doing some form of content day. I know I'm personally getting in Wednesday. I think you're getting in Wednesday.
That's the plan so far.
Yeah. Thursday we're gonna do like a full on content day. Probably won't stream that. Friday I will be live streaming the convention. And Saturday I'll be live streaming the entirety of Stalking Dead from my perspective. Because I figured out how to do that at Armageddon. So I'm gonna be. I already have battery banks all set up. So I have enough battery in SD cards to film for 21 hours. Less if I want to do 4K, but I'm only going to switch to 4K at night so I can have better image. I'm enhancing the pixels so it records. I actually get more. It's not just black.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should be okay there. But yeah, so if you can't go, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to have a quad mic setup. So I have my 2 lapel stereo mics that I can pass off to one and talk with people, and then you can easily hear them, me, and then I'm going to have binaural audios on my hat. So you can get a full 360 sound from and hopefully all the whistling darts going past my head.
Oh, we can only hope and pray.
Yeah. But that also means this year I can't just take my dart vacuum and just vacuum the entire time, because that's
20
what I
hours
did
of.
last year. That's all I did last year. It's just like no, I clean. So there's firing lines of my team because I was captain of Team Yellow and the other team firing at each other. And all I did is stand behind my team and just vacuum every time people were missing shots and everything. We had so many darts. It was so good. The other teams were complaining, we're so low on darts. One might even say we're out of darts. And it's like we were fine. I mean, we weren't great. That's the whole thing. It's a very dart scavenge game. But it's just yeah, we had more than the other teams. Good time. Someone should bring in N-Strike Whistlers. Just a minute. No, see that's the issue.
Oh, jeez.
General Rag, you have to use their darts, which their darts are brand new in box. They're not just giving you like random darts. But
Which is nice.
Yeah, it's just because darts are their kind of limiting factor, which makes sense.
Oh yeah, it works good for the nature of the gameplay.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
That it's kind of regulated and everything, and no, it's cool. Rag is definitely an experience.
It is. I recommend.
And highly recommended.
Yeah, highly recommend.
Ah, jinx.
People go. Yeah.
Anyway, so
I'll buy you a soda at Rag.
oh, are you going to be a soda hustler again this year?
I am. That's what I'm doing. So during the convention last year, I did the root beer floats. This year, I'm doing a dirty soda bar. Because I don't have to deal with ice cream with the dirty soda bar. So I can just have a cooler with normal ice. It can have I got the coffee creamer, the different flavor stuff. I'll probably get some pre-diced fruit. And dirty soda is just you mix stuff with the soda. So it's
family appropriate.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a dirty soda bar. So the big one for the dirty soda is like you add a little coffee creamer to like a Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew. It's good. It's way too much sugar, but it's good. And someone who doesn't drink soda anymore, except for like a few times a year, I tested. So it's a big thing. It's the hot thing right now. So just gonna do a dirty soda bar. Probably, I know I'm going to do Dr. Pepper, Coke, and Mountain Dew. I don't know. Probably should do Baja Blast. Just because that's like a hobby thing more than anything.
More on brand.
Yeah, I got to think about it. I'll figure out some other things. I was also very tempted to get a Soda Stream.
Oh.
Because I could borrow one. Like a really high-end soda. It's not an actual Soda Stream. It's the big brother of the Soda Stream, but that makes that I could do a lot of other cool stuff if I did that. Plus, you can make the more healthier options.
Yeah.
A dirty Baja Blast does sound. It doesn't sound, not only it sounds great. You can get it at Taco Bell, and it is very good. I had like as soon as I heard about it, like okay, I don't drink soda. I try not to. It's like, I'll try that once. I'm like, oh, this is good, but I also have diabetes now. It's just so sugary. Yeah, coconut cream, lime juice in a Soda Stream. That's because I'm in SoCal, so there's a lot of health nuts over here. They do like a lime juice, like a soda, with a little coconut cream, and it's like no calories, very little sugar, and it's delicious. It's funny that Primate brings that up. But yeah, there's some good ones, and that a lot more people are health conscious now. So I gotta have you gotta have the cool. I'm gonna splurge. I'm gonna be a little naughty, however you'd like to say it, thing. But then for the people who, because like I'm not on a GLP-1. I'm on GLP-3, weight loss drug thing. It's like trying to lose some weight. Yeah. So you got to have something for them as well.
Got to know your market.
Okay, exactly. Know the market. Have thing. I have to actually talk with Panda, which Panda's coming this year. Did you know that?
Yay!
Yeah, Panda's coming this year. I really hope he doesn't.
He needs to come twice this year because he owes us from last year.
He does. Maybe next year. Maybe next year he'll be here twice. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get it out of him somehow.
Yeah. We'll figure it. Yeah. I want to. If things line up, which I don't know, but if things line up this year, I should have the capital to hit Survival Fest next year. That's the goal. I want to go to Survival Fest, and I want. I might go to Enmore. Like I haven't. Originally, I was going to go to Maryland Mayhem, and I was going to go to Survival Fest. Archon, we're modding everything. It's what we do. We don't look at something and we go, that's all right. We look at something and go, how do we
I can do
take it
better.
apart?
It's like, that's a good start, but yeah, give me about 10 minutes with it. And
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Well, I figure if we're just talking like this, because I was going to bring up another thing, but if we're going to
Oh.
talk like, yeah.
Well,
Cedar
if we're bringing up
Rapids.
things, by all
Yeah.
means.
Yeah. Cedar Rapids, August. Oh, yeah, the Cedar Rapids game. August 15th. Not this year. This year is no go for me. It's Rag, and then, yeah. But I'm hoping, like, we have, this is like an old goal we had in the MTB days, to the point where we had it fully mapped out. We wanted to road trip across the United States and go to many different events of different sizes. This is like when there was only N-War. I think Ragnarok was just starting. At least Ragnarok in its current iteration. Ragnarok's been around since like 2012. But yeah, go to different events, do different things, and just record, have fun, be able to write it off as a business trip, and all that stuff. Those were the days where we could write that off as a business trip. But I'd love to actually be able to do that. Maybe not road trip everywhere, because that'd be a long, long time, but hit up.
Well, if you could find events close enough, incrementally across, along the way, if you could get enough steady contacts with areas along a designated route somewhere, be like, okay, well, coming from your side of things, be like, okay, cool, maybe from there, see what, say, Nevada, Utah, work your way up and across. And
oh, I mean, if we did it, which the old map was start in Southern California, just because that's where that was kind of where just my home base was and everything. Start Southern California, drive up. There used to be a not big, but a decent sized Nerf group in Bakersfield, so that's north of me. Go to Bakersfield, go up to Central California and hit up the Bay Area, do a Bay Area game. There was a Northern California group. I don't know if they still exist. Go there. There was one Oregon group that we knew of that played at Oregon State College. Play there. Then go to Washington. Play with Silver Fox, Out of Darts.
Yeah.
Whether that's a couple of groups or whatever. What's his name? Xavier, Captain Xavier. Go there. And then we start heading east. So you go up and then east. East would be that way on the screen. There we go. And yeah, then this figure, I like, if a Nerf battle in all 50 states would be awesome. Planning that out would be a logistical nightmare. And expensive. That would be, hey, look, I actually got back into content creation and my channel's doing decently, and now I can justify. And it probably wouldn't be all 50 states. It'd be maybe like 20. Because it's like the Hawaii Nerf group is crazy. I love those guys.
That'd be a tough drive.
It's a hard drive. I mean, Google suggested jet ski across the Pacific. But,
yeah, but with your gear, though?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Mm.
It's a lot. Yeah, dream is to have a nerfing hub in every region to run events as a start in every state. Yeah, I mean, like, Out of Darts has done something like that with the map. That he's trying to now re-update that.
Yeah,
I'd love
trying
it.
to get just more communication or not camaraderie, connection, and what is the word of working with, events coordination between your regions and states events and stuff. Just that'd be kind of cool to have a bit more of a, I don't know. I know areas that have more like the Bay Area is, or at least was at one point, literally the area of like several little groups that would group together and do little events. And now it sounds like it's not so much that case.
No.
But like for us, we have one group in driving distance at all, and so it's not like we can really do a whole lot because there's. I understand there's another group in northern Idaho that's
Oh.
granted that's like 8 or 9 hours away, and that's a bit more than I want to go do anything with right away, unless I'm making a day trip up for bringing home a
Parts.
car or something like
Yeah.
that anyway, or some other reason people drive to different places, do things or something. I don't know. That's usually why I end up going places.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But some kind of networking coordination type thing would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
more of a
my
centralized hub of information.
my goal with the Ziggurat was to have that giant large-scale event, but also have a makerspace and just a venue where we can host monthly games. Because even SoCal, so there's still the San Diego, like, on the competitive side, Red Tide, they're all based in San Diego, which is like an hour and a half away from me. So that's not terrible. They lost their venue, so they're trying to figure out what, and that's always a nightmare. There was the Lazy Uncles Nerf Club that was Riverside. That's like 2 hours because it's more inland. There used to be SoCal Nerf, which was also Riverside and inland, and then there was LA Foam Fighters, which was in LA. SoCal Nerf and LA Foam Fighters were just like the more kid events. People brought their kids and just did stuff. But yeah, you just have to General Strife. If you were actually serious about that, you would just need to find something that could almost be self-sufficient. And my biggest thing is a makerspace. The makerspaces don't make money. I want to state that right now. They don't make money. However, they can get grants from the city and from the state to be self-sufficient. So if you had a makerspace with a place attached to it, or just a big old warehouse or something, you could actually have something self-sustaining that you could make not profit, you can make a salary off of, or a semi-income off of, because it's more or less sponsored by the state as a venue that the state or the city wants to exist. It's like my local city wants a makerspace. So that's the only reason I've been able to get into talks with them. And it's then getting the money people to recognize you want this thing as a resource, not something that's profitable. And they're like, well, we want to make money off of it. And it's like, there's some ways to make money off of makerspace. Yeah, but they don't do too well. Your goal is to break even with a makerspace and get grants, and then maybe you have something else. There's a Drop Zone, which is over here. I need to actually contact Sonny. Drop Zone if you saw it in my Armageddon streams, they have he has all these paintball bunkers for the competitive and everything, and that's just he just runs Nerf events. That's what he did. He did it previously before COVID. And he's been not really getting too much into it after, but he messaged me going, "Hey, let's try to see if we can work something out." Because he made decent money. He made actually very decent money after hosting like Nerf events for kids, for bachelor parties, for everything. And that could be another source. So like maybe the venue itself isn't exactly profitable, but there's ways to at least get yourself out of the red via the venue. Yeah, but it's there's ways. It's how much effort and it's not even how much effort. It's how much connections you have. It's always
talking to the right people.
Yeah, it's always about doing that. Which, as you're graduating high school, General Strife, and you're going into whatever you're going into afterwards, build as many connections as you possibly can and keep up with them, because you never know, you might be able to go, someone might, just networking is, especially nowadays, you don't go to college for your degree anymore. You go to college for your networking or trade school or anything. And there's a bunch of different things. It's like, so you never know what could be useful later on. Sometimes it's just that one tiny connection that can help you. Oh yeah, I know someone who does that. And then you just kind of snowball from there. Business. Yeah, speaking of not networking, I'm going to go back to this one.
Yay. That doesn't look like the normal kind of thing that goes on your table.
No. Don't mind the meat cleaver. Yeah, so I posted this in the Discord, and then I got sick. But the X-Shot and the Firefly, they don't mesh well together. From looking, this actually meshes well. This has a nice rest point here, and my goal is not to cut the X-Shot at all. I will be mounting it, but I don't want to mess with any of its internals. Because if I was to mess with the internals, I wanted to make a Nightingale mag compatible.
That would be tricky.
And so I've worked out the things. I would have to replace the floating plunger. It's not a floating plunger tube. It's a floating the floating pusher. Because what it does is it's the thing that delivers the air pushes the dart forward, creates a seal here, and then releases the air. That's how it fires.
Yeah.
So that thing that pushes the dart can't go through a Nightingale maglet. It's just the dimensions are too big. Because the ID so actually I have a 3D printed Nightingale right here at this top right here, and then here's a Talon. I mean, it's technically a Talon, but it's a 2 millimeter difference from the inner diameter, so it's just not feasible.
Just enough.
Yeah. So most of this will be covered. Because what else I'm doing on this is obviously going to be connected. I want to add I'm making this for RAG. So the whole point of this is what I want to use in RAG. So this, first off, like ergonomics, this is being cut off, this space here. And then the actual butt of the stock is going to be secured to here. Coop's done that before. A lot of people have done that before. It shortens it. But that makes it so that length is the same length as the stock it comes with, fully extended. And that's actually how I was playing around with it. That's how I like to use it. So it gives me that same thing, and it's actually a more comfy stock. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to, because while it's thin, it's not that thin, is I'll probably turn this back piece into a battery door, so it'll actually have a hinge. So it won't just be glued up straight to it. It'll have a small hinge. And then this whole area will be my battery door / electronics. And this battery door is going to be turned into a different battery door for something else. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, the things I'm adding to this is I'm just going to have... I originally was thinking of a Mega... have some more upper body to the top to give it more girth. Yeah. I mean, I'm still contemplating. Like, we're still in the very early stages. I did one rough cut to see how I wanted to place it. And that, like I said, that sits in there very nicely. I'm going to 3D print a thread with a block that will fit in there. So, because, you know, the stock for the piston pump is threaded on. So I'm just going to mimic that. 3D print a solid chunk with a room for the battery for the piston pump to thread in, and then it will sit nicely and it'll nest in the Firefly, and then that's how I'm going to secure it all down, is using that 3D printed bit. Because I'll print it out of Petchy, and I'll print it stupidly thick. It won't have any issues. That will act as the brace. That will act as the main mounting point. But then and basically so it's all centered, and then I can smooth cast, merge these bits and stuff later on. Yeah. What I'm going to add here is a Mega Dark. So yeah, I need to get a different color besides black. Let's go red. So what I'm going to add like here-ish is a Mega Dart launcher, and I was originally going to do a stringer because I have all this real estate here from here to here, plus the barrel, which the barrel is going to be the same length as the stock one, but it's going to be entirely B-car because I need to down tune it to 120 FPS. So that way if I get a stray dart that goes a little higher, that's fine. So how the normal one is, I think was it's almost like a foot of a barrel length with the little B-car at the end. This will be a foot length of all B-car, but it's not actually going to be B-car. It's going to use plastic discs, because I found this really cool write-up that this one guy did using plastic discs and stuff. It's phenomenal. It's a lot cheaper too. So I got these plastic washers that sit they're imperial washers, so they're not metric. And I use metric screws. So these are, and we use metric M3 screws, and it creates this really nice. It's not a seal, but it sits really nicely on it, so they don't wobble. So then that will be my quote-unquote B-car that just goes all the way through. And in theory, if I've done the friction coefficients right, I need to finish up the mounting point so I can mount it and then go through my designs. That should reduce it down to 120 FPS while keeping extremely stupid accuracy, because now I have a metric ton of dart spin on it. In theory. It might not. It might not work at all. If that doesn't work, then I do Plan B, which is, I don't know if there's such thing as too much dart spin. Plan B is a non-spinning B-car. So there's no angle to it's just discs at the top, at the bottom of it. And the whole point is they slow the dart down. It's like a really tight-fitting barrel with less resistance. Barrel drag is essentially what I'd be making, but I'd be able to quantify it by adding more spinning discs. But yeah, that would be the very front. But like I said, that I want to have a Mega Dart shot launcher, so I'm going to use a stringer. The original plan was to use a stringer on both sides. A breech-fed 3D printed stringer setup that would use this area. Let me enhance. I would use this area because there's already a cool arrow here, and this I would cut in here, so you actually load the Mega Dart back there, and then the 3D printing mech would sit inside because there would be enough room. So you'd be able to load it from there, and you'd manually prime the stringer, which would just have like this kind of shotgun underbarrel prime, or just like a lever prime. And that I want it to hit at least 120 FPS for the Mega Dart, so I get some nice distance, a nice thing. The issue is I'd like a little bit more rate of fire, so now I've been considering, instead of doing the stringer, I do flywheels. So I like flywheels, and then sitting here, I I wouldn't use mega size flywheels because I don't need that amount of FPS. I have serrated worker wheels that I bought years and years ago. So I would use those serrated worker wheels here, make a mounting point in a cage here, and then put a mag. So the mag wheel, I'd have a mega mag wheel sit about there. The wheels would sit here, and then just a basic solenoid pusher would sit back here. Push in, do, and it would have a very long barrel, unfortunately, so there'd be a lot of barrel drag, but I could figure that out. That'd just be an easier setup with a higher rate of fire. And I'd 3D print like 3-round Mega Mags. It's nothing big, but that way it wouldn't jut out too far. And then in the front, I brought this up last time, but in the front, I want to have a swarm fire. So, but I'm working on one length at a time. So, we're gonna get all this back secured, and then we're gonna start working on the front with the swarm fire and the will probably have a custom mounting to the B car. The B card shroud. And then if I finish, the goal is if I finish that by the end of August, which it's really just mount. It's doable. If I can get that working by the end of August, then there's a lot of electronics I want to put in. Ammo counter and some other things. Because there's a nice hole right here. This is also why I don't want to do a custom Nightingale mag thing. Because there's some nice holes and there's nice room. And I can easily add a read sensor to 3D printed Talon mags. Which read sensors are, they sense magnetic stuff. So in 3D printed Talon mags, I can have a little tiny magnet that's not strong enough to hinder anything in the follower of my 3D printed mags, have a read sensor in the mag well, so it won't tell me if the mag's fully loaded, but it will tell me when I have 6 shots or less, which is fine. And that's as far as. And then I'd have a cool, because I have a full Raspberry Pi with a DC setup all ready to go for an old project that never got done. And I'd have enough room for a Raspberry Pi in there. I'd have a cool little screen. And that would also then Wi-Fi link up to my camera equipment. So then I'd be able to, so while holding my blaster, I'd be able to monitor all my camera equipment that I have on, including, this will have a built-in, I have the Feiyutech Pocket 2 that I'm just going to permanently mount onto this. Well, not permanently, but I'm going to have a spot. So that slides in and that's all nice and secure. So I have cool blaster cam point of view footage. I'm not going to be streaming that, but I'll be recording that for some really nice first person shooting. Yeah. That's the plan. And then I got to figure out how to paint.
Oi.
Yeah. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do to cover this bit, because this bit doesn't work well with this bit. So it needs
I guess
stuff.
it all depends on what you end up with the weird side firing systems.
Yeah.
Depends on how much room you'll have left to cover up.
Yeah, exactly. Or how much time. If it's like the end of August and it's like, okay, I got the mounted side firing system and I got the thing mounted and I got the front mounted, I might call that a day. It's like, okay, it doesn't, like, functionality wise it works well. The main components are mounted on. Maybe I start sanding, call it a day, and go from there. Or maybe something speaks to me. Who knows?
I think you get just a brutal proof of concept and functionality down. I think people will excuse not having a paint job.
Yeah, because then I can...
I mean, I would.
I mean, It's see. I haven't painted a blaster in way too long.
Same.
But if I get everything secured, I might just at several people that I know are good at painting on a certain Discord, and just go, okay, I need someone to hold my hand. Here we go.
Or just be like, hey, how quick could you paint a thing if I sent it to you in a box real quick? Like in a week? Does that work?
So quick back and forth. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know where Games Workshop. I can get the Citadel paints. I get the top coat covers. I got the truck bed liner. Truck bed liner like this bit here, and then yeah, I don't know. Figure out that, or I mean, I have a custom decal shop also near me that I might. Oh. Okay. I have a custom decal shop here.
Sorry, Gale Wolf. Turn your Thursday before Rag Media
Let's
Day
play my
into
blaster
Let's Paint My Blaster Day.
Okay,
Oh boy!
If Blaster show's coming to Rag again, just kidnap him.
Hey, guess what we're doing today? What?
Oh no! It's not even that. He lands at the airport. He gets a bag over his head. We rush him out.
You're coming with us.
All right. But yeah,
that could be difficult to explain to law enforcement, but I'm sure we'd all laugh about it the next week.
Exactly, it'll be fine. But yeah, if I get custom decals, because like they're not that expensive, and I sand this all flush, and use the pre-existing details as part of the decals. So like I have this little vent thing. I cut that out, and I just paint this whole thing like a shiny color of some sort. But everything else is like sanded down, and then decal sticker over it. Yeah. Yeah.
Why not just paint it?
Why not just paint it? I mean, I want to paint this part because I like this part. Why not just paint it indeed? Yeah. The other thing I got to make sure is however I do this battery door, it needs to be really secured because I want to use this as a single sing point still.
Oh.
So this needs to
Magnets aren't going to cut it.
No, magnets are not going to cut it. It depends on the magnets. I was looking at my my Fidlock magnets. Because you remember the really old school holster Fidlock, the really big ones? I have those.
Oh boy.
We bought some as a sample and they gave us too many. I could do those. Those are rated for 400 pounds. So I would just have it so... Let's see. What would be the most amount of forces? It would... Yeah, I have it so you have to pull the thing down. Push it down. Because most of the forces would be pushing up when it's on a sling. Yeah. So that might hold.
Interesting.
Magnets. How do they work?
Fairly well.
Yeah.
When executed correctly.
Yeah. And then I just design a 3D printed tab. Oh, that'd be so easy. I just cut that flush, have a block that has the, I do the female magnets here, the male magnets on the magnet nub bits on the actual stock part. So those would stick out like here and here. And then those would slot into that, and that's just a 3D printed holder bit that I make sure just to print in something really strong. Maybe just ASS. Not ASS, that's ass. ASA. AS, which would hold very well.
Well, it sounds like half your problems are solved.
Yeah, that sits there, bam. And then, yeah. And then, oh yeah, this thing, This is gonna be a switch for an LED. So I gotta have
Nice.
LED. If I'm making a blaster, as much as I harp upon how much I love LEDs and blasters, I gotta add LEDs and blasters. I don't know where they're going. They're gonna be there.
Well, you can't take a blaster that had lights in it and take lights out.
Yeah, you gotta add more
Yeah.
lights. Like not an obnoxious amount, but enough an amount.
A tasteful amount.
Yeah, tasteful. I need rag people to look at and go, well, we don't allow flashlights, but I guess that's all right. If they got to think about it. If they just go, oh no, that's fine, then I didn't add enough lights. More lights.
Remember when that was just a thing you did? When you painted your blaster. We used to paint blasters, you understand.
Yeah.
And it was just a thing that people put lights in them and they did cool things and we had like novelty effects and stuff. It was really a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Those were the days, weren't they?
Yeah, you gotta do it. I mean, they gotta have lights in it. Like, cause
Jeez.
that's how. Well, okay, so that's the other thing is, if I'm adding brushless to my Thrasher, I gotta add lights to the Thrasher. Do I drill out the fake porting on the barrel?
I don't know where else you'd have room.
Yeah, or do I just start making some weird cuts just to have them visible? I don't know. That's the other project of how to expand Thrasher battery door. The original plan was to right after the finger guard, right, basically where the Picatinny starts on the bottom, right after that screw port, is just hack that all off, and then mount a 3D printed kit to it. That was the original plan. I don't know if I'm still going to do that. Only because the only thing there is a barrel, so I'd add I'd add B-car to that, and that would give me plenty enough for expanded battery door, and that would add enough room for the magnetic holster. But ideally, I wouldn't want to do that because business part of me. If no one's made a good so there's four now Thrasher holsters on the market that are available. One's just a fully 3D printed hard holster, which I don't like. Some people like them. Awesome. They're not for me. One's this really far sticking out magnetic holster that it adds an extra like 25% to the width of the blaster. I'm like, no, that's too much. So, yeah, I don't know. But also, I don't want something you have to like completely lop off. But yeah, I'll have to.
Sounds
let's
like you've
see.
got some searching to do.
We do. We got some stuff to do.
And that's the show. No.
But yeah, we
You
never
have
actually
your,
talked about the waffle darts.
And waffle darts are a thing again, apparently.
Yeah. What the heck, Hasbro?
Good job, Hasbro. Way to be a decade in the past. Finally catching up, I guess. But hey, at least you're trying a thing. If this is a thing, we don't actually. Is this a thing? Maybe it's not a thing. Maybe we're just joshing you.
Maybe, who knows?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Go back to this screen. Did I close the waffle darts when I was searching for the mandrake darts? Of course I did. Whoops. No one look. I'm going to see if I have it over here. Aha! Doop.
Neat. Hey, everyone, look at that.
Look at that.
Look what we found. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, question mark, Nerf is putting out a new thing, and they're like, hey, look, we found waffles.
Yeah.
A decade after the fact.
Yeah. I had to look it up because I was curious. Is Ekind first made waffle darts in 2016?
And if Nerf came back with the Elite Dart, like was it last month, whenever it was they released their new whatever things that they released at Toy Fair, and they're apparently hitting reviewers right now, should be hitting store shelves shortly here, or whatever.
Mm.
And they're like, hey, we got this brand new thing. Forget what we told you about the N1 dart. That doesn't actually exist anymore. It was a bad dream. And then they're like, remember Elite Darts? They're super great. And then
Yeah.
now they're coming out and saying, oh, yeah, look, waffles. Kids love waffles, right?
Yeah.
You know? Why didn't they just release, hey, we're getting back to Elites, but actually they're better? That seems like that would have been a more tasteful choice.
Yeah.
Like, if I was in charge of Hasbro, if I was Mr. Nerf, I'd be like, hey, the N1 dart was a bad move. Let's take this opportunity to regroup and say, yes, 50 caliber foam is the right way, but if we're going to go back, let's try to make up for the sins of the past, and let's abandon the Elite Dart, and let's do something a little bit better. That would be a good opportunity to do something like this, and not bring back the Elite Darts for a minute and then tease us with waffly looking things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ugh.
But hey, something interesting. I don't know if this is a shell that they've had before, but it's kind of the same idea that they've given us a few times. It's nothing. It's I don't know. It's harmless.
Like just that the priming length here. It wouldn't surprise me if these have the same size plunger tube.
It'd be cool if maybe it's bigger. Maybe they're going to go with a bigger, like around here or something.
It'd be great.
It
I don't
seems
think so, though.
hard to justify that much more shell space if they're using the same plunger. I don't know. It's Hasbro. It's anybody's guess. But hey, they're making a thing. That's fine. It doesn't look terrible and dumb, so maybe it won't be terrible. Wouldn't that be great? But hey, at least they're doing a new dart thing. So hey, it's a new dart from Hasbro that doesn't look like it sucks. And that we should all be, if not, I'm not saying we need to, go have a parade, but at the very least, that's cool. If that's the biggest thing that Nerf does this year, then that's better than they've done in the last uncomfortably long time.
Yeah.
So for that, we should be grateful, I suppose. And it looks like Nerf has, at the very least, tried to have some fun with their releases, with the Doom Cannon and things like that. At least they're trying to be fun and novelty and silly, and let's be here to have fun and not just put out things that I honestly don't know what they're doing the last little bit. But at least this is a thing does something slightly different that is at least interesting, and I feel like if I had that in my hands, I might smile, maybe giggle a little bit, and go, well, that was fun. Even if I don't immediately run out and buy one, at least it looks like it would be something that would be fun to play with. And isn't that, after all, what we're here for? So,
I don't like it.
Good job.
But they are releasing the STLs for the cylinders, so I was happy with that. Just Hasbro. Hasbro themselves are releasing STLs for the cylinders. Hasbro themselves did an Ask Me Anything on the r/Nerf Discord.
Okay, I was waiting to hear. I knew the thing was happening, but I hadn't heard any fallout from that.
Yeah.
So, well, that seems like a neat thing for them to do.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Good job, Hasbro guys.
You don't have to
basically saying, here's this cool thing. That's cool. Yeah. Now we can do cool things with them, which I'm sure. I mean, I know Buff Daddy's already designed something. I don't know what
probably half length or mega
derivative. Yeah, but hey, at least having it straight from the horse's mouth. Yeah. That's cool. At the very least, an olive branch, right?
Yeah, it's an acknowledgement. That's all we've ever asked for. It's just like, hey, acknowledgement. And
no, I mean, you don't have to like it. It probably won't do anything for you. No. I don't know if I'm going to run out and get one, but it's at least doing something fun.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah. It's like this. Don't like this either. I see potential in the frame, though. Like the silhouette.
Yeah, and it's a pump actiony cylinder thing. It has functionality.
Mm.
It's not breaking new ground or anything, but it's like it's harmless. It I don't look at it and go, what? Why? What do? What? Why? It's just like there's a thing. That's fine.
Mm.
I just it doesn't upset me or anything. It's got the weird scope and stock thing. That's perfectly fine. That thing, that's fine. It
That's a mohawk.
it neither picks my pocket nor breaks my leg. You know, that's
It's not ABS. Oof. It's the
well.
that's less fine.
But I mean, we kind of probably should have expected that anyway. The direction they're going.
Oh, just
But
it's just cheaper. It's we're still gonna be another 2 years at least until we go back to ABS if we do, just because everything switched to that medical plastic in
um,
during COVID times for just it was like the whole world's kind of shifted
yeah,
production. Also, just like from a hygienic standpoint, that other plastic is a lot easy. It doesn't carry germs. It's more. It's not antibacterial by any stretch of the imagination, but it's yeah. There's other like health things. Germs can't stay on it as long as ABS. Not that they could stay on long as ABX as well, but yeah. So I was saying Shaz test Doom Cannon with some Permatex and it popped right off. Yeah.
well, dang.
Hmm. So yeah, that's just the unfortunate supply chain and everything right now.
But at least we know there's a some kind of workaround. That other weird. I think it was a DevCon product that Prickly found. That's some kind of industrial stuff
Hmm. Oh
that
yeah.
gets around that other. I don't know. It's in. I believe it's a pinned comment in the Discord.
Hmm.
I don't know. These things. At least it's not a aggressively like weird aesthetic or anything in one direction. It's just it's not like in strike-ish, but it's of the same vein of like space gun ish. You know, this
Yeah.
it's neutral enough to. I'm seeing these things being very popular with cosplay type folks and things like that, and that's fine. That's fun. That's
Yeah.
good on Hasbro. I guess good enough. How's that? Is that
It's good.
it's good enough?
I just want something
You
I can
can
make
tell you're
another
trying.
Flywheel the World drop kit in for. It's like this. Yeah, I could put a mag here. I could put some flywheels here, and push some solenoid pusher thing here. Sure, but then I have this other empty space, and it doesn't feel right. It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. It's like if I did it, if anything, I'd probably do it on this one, right? Put a little mag. What is that? The mag would sit about here, and hopefully that's enough room for a solenoid here, and then hopefully that's enough room for flywheels there. Probably not. Probably not at all. But hey, I don't know. Figure things
I'll
out.
find out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as you said, they're not. They look all right, but
I think they'll do their job fine for what their job is intended to do.
interestingly,
So
that these don't have waffle darts. I know these are older images before the waffle darts release, but yeah.
well, no, that's what I was saying. I mean, they bring back the elite dart with
Mm.
they go from the N1 to hey, we're bringing back 50 caliber darts, and they're like also they're elites. And then the next leaked photo was like, hey, things with waffles, and it's like, why not have waffles in the pipeline
Yeah.
for these things?
Or Mega.
I don't know.
Show me Mega. I know they're trying to discontinue it, but come on, bring back Mega. I need Mega.
This is a good sign, though. I mean, this to me, I don't know. Maybe they'll do more cool things. It feels like a step in the right direction. How's that? Am I lowering my standards? Probably.
Yeah.
But considering their previous behavior in the last 4 years, like I
Yeah.
said, not necessarily good job, but good enough.
You did something. Yeah,
In the eloquent words of Grimlock, getting better, but still not more or better enough.
not better enough. Yeah, they're fully discontinuing Mega XL, so that's gone. And well, for now.
Well, well, things.
Things and stuff. Yeah, I think that was all our gripes.
I don't know. That looks like the thumbnail's covered, right?
Yeah.
I don't think
I'm
we're
just like,
omitting
oh,
any
yeah.
promises.
I complained about the Aatrox for a while, and then we went into other tangents. And
I think we have all of our tangents covered too.
yeah, Nerf Pro Gen 3, maybe. Who knows? Yeah. Look, I mean, if the Strife X, if you can find one for $5, that's awesome. But also, it's like Strife was saying earlier in the stream, the Vector Pro from Dart Zone are $13.
That's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, I
Never
hate
caught on. It
was
kind
not
of dropped in.
It was not a good
And
like ergonomics and just how it looked.
nah,
Like it just didn't look good.
I don't think I've bought a blaster this year at all.
Even
From the last, not since Piston Pump or even like the last several before. There really hasn't been anything that's really super grabbed me.
yeah.
It's fun seeing that things are coming out, but nothing that's been like quite the same must-have. But yeah, that was just, it came out and I'm like, the trigger looks weird, the grip looks a bit weird.
It's just all looks weird. Yeah. I mean, $13. That would be a decent loner blaster, just right out of the thing.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd be passionate about it.
No, but that should be the point of loner blasters, though. It does the job, and you go, eh.
There it is. But
There
why is that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the Sender is a little bit more nice ergonomically, agreed. Still don't like the Sender either.
A little bit. Still weird and clunky,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
They're all weird.
It's an awkward time for the hobby right now, isn't it? But
It's
isn't it always just a little bit?
just a little bit.
Things are improving in some areas and less in other areas, and it's never going to be perfect because, would you believe, it's just full of people, and people have a habit of just ruining everything.
Damn people.
You know, I was feeling really good about the show a minute ago, and
Yeah, we can't end on that note. That's a terrible note to end on.
that's the show. Puppies.
Hang on. Confetti.
Hooray! Something happened.
Oh,
Maybe we should get that Vector Pro picture out of here.
yeah. Oh,
That's better.
Why am I down
You're
here?
short.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing we were gonna say. So, this is also a little bit downer, but you know, hey, each.
Oh yes, one more thing.
Just for everyone to know, Clowny's kind of life celebration is happening on August 8th. Oh, I can't post the entire link because it's too many words. It's on the I posted it on the Discord. Wow, YouTube chat has a maximum number of characters.
No way.
Yep.
That's weird.
Yeah, so that is August 8th. It's open to everyone. If you are going to RSVP, because you do need RSVP, it is the first. It is in Pennsylvania.
Which is great if you're on that side of the country.
Yeah.
For those of us who are not, it's less of a good time.
Yeah. To give a little heads up, he was cremated. And his ashes will be present at the ceremony. Because that might bother some people, just to letting people know. Sometimes it does. So I rather have people know than not know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you're in the area and you're of my mind too, and are able to make it, then yeah. Otherwise, that is why we did our thing last time, because we had a hunch we would not be able to make it to something like that. So, also, by just as a reminder, those of you who did join us last time, we sure appreciated it, and I'm glad we were able to have those of you present to share some memories and stuff like that. And no, a much better way to end the show.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, and then I guess until next time.
In 2 weeks, be kind to people.
Catchphrase.